We're going to switch over to our next guest, and another one of my favorite places to go to is the Schenectady, I would say light opera, but also the Schenectady Civic Players, and they are fabulous, and you've got such a great place. This time it's called Well, and I don't know whether it's well or well.
Well, that's actually a question of the play, right? I went to Broadway recently and saw appropriate, and it's appropriate and appropriate and all these different meanings behind the word. Well is the same thing. Are you sick? Are you well? Do you go to the well for knowledge?
Yeah.
Is it like, well, I don't know. So I think that you'll find in the play definitions for all those definitions.
Yeah.
Will be there.
A definition for each of the audience members as well. They
Oh, yeah.
bring their background, so they'll probably go away with their own definition of what well is for them.
Okay, so Christine, what part do you play in this?
I play Anne Crone,
Okay.
Lisa's mother.
Okay.
I am, as Anne, I'm ill most of the time. I maintain that my illnesses are due to allergies.
Oh,
The
allergies. Okay, that's a good cop out.
And she has been brought on stage because her daughter is going to try out this play that she's written. And Anne is not very happy about being on stage, but as she says, I don't like this, I'll deal with it. I know you have work to do, and I want you to don't feel self-conscious about it. And then we see how well Anne does at that.
Oh, okay. All right. And so and you write the play? Is that
I play Lisa Cron, who is an actual person, who is the author of this play.
Oh, so it's a play within a play. So
It's a little 6 characters in search of an author. There's a little, it's a little bit different from what you expect on a fairly average night at the theater. We grab you right away, hopefully.
always do.
No, we do. And Lisa Cron actually wrote the book and the lyrics for Fun Home, the musical.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
So, and she really does a lot of one-woman shows.
Okay.
And this is, she says, a one-woman show with other people in it.
Okay. I love that. How many are in the cast?
There's 6 of us.
6 of it. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what will they come away with when they see the play?
This play, when it was on Broadway, got several Tony nominations, and yet it had trouble getting an audience, only because, not because it wasn't phenomenal, everybody who saw it loved it, but it's very hard to talk about. And I think what Christine said, what you go into it with is what you take away. I call it like Willy Wonka had the
So you gotta see
everlasting,
it to take away.
He had the everlasting gobstopper, and it tasted
Yeah,
different to every single person. What you bring to this, it's going to taste different to everyone.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's about
interesting.
parents and children. It's about illness and wellness in a human and in a community. It's about
Theatrical constructs.
constructs.
And because at times we break the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's about storytelling and narrative, and whose version of the story is the version of the story. Where is truth in there? It's about so many beautiful, beautiful things.
Well, she's accomplished. There's no question
Yeah,
about the author.
yeah.
Of the, yeah.
And while there are some heavy topics, it's very, very funny.
Yes.
I mean,
Extremely
yeah,
So it's got
very.
some comedy
Oh.
in it.
And we have, our cast has real comedy chops, the 4 actors
So
that we
tell
work
me,
with.
who else is in the play?
We have Monet
Thompson,
Young,
yeah.
Okay, I've known her. Yeah.
Jean Carney,
Yeah, I know Jean.
Michael Schaefer.
Michael Schaefer and
fabulous.
Timmy Martin.
Timmy Martin.
Okay.
And this is
and they-
Timmy's first
this is-
performance
yeah.
on the main stage.
It's my
at
first
Civic.
performance on the main stage at Civic.
Oh, is
yeah,
it really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
But you've acted elsewhere.
Oh yeah, all over
So
the
tell me a
capital
little bit
region.
about your past.
Oh boy, I mean, I've been acting since I was 11 years old. I used to produce a lot of shows for the youth at SLOC, the youth shows at SLOC. I did a few shows with them. I played Malin in Magnolias, and almost every one of the female roles in Company coming up as I got older. Yeah, so that kind of thing. Yeah, I enjoy it very much.
Yeah, good. So you got your feet into it deeply.
Oh yes.
And how would you proceed?
The last show I did at Schenectady Civic was 22 years ago. So
22
I did quite a few shows there in 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I did Cactus Flower and Delicate Balance.
Yeah,
and
so you're coming out of retirement and
sort
into
of,
the
yes,
theater back
yes,
again.
I've been
Good
tempted.
for you.
And she's phenomenal.
Good for you. Good. Why did you take a break?
Well, career. I
Okay.
worked for the New York State Theater Institute,
Yeah, you
and
had
that
to-
kept me
oh,
quite
okay.
busy.
Yeah,
And
that's-
still involved in theater,
Yes.
but not on the stage as
Right,
much as
right,
behind
yeah.
the scenes.
So this is, so it's, I'm looking forward to seeing, I have my ticket already, so I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. I always ask this question, first of all, who did the set? Because I love sets.
Duncan Morrison
Oh,
did the
Duncan
set,
is
and
fabulous.
he did such a great job. I
Yes.
mean, it really helps the whole thing move sort of cinematically.
Yes, it does.
Are there
yeah.
many changes in the set, or he's so good though at making everything work together? Yeah.
So it's very fluid.
Yeah, it's like
And-
I say, cinematic.
Yes.
You won't have to stop and wait for a single scene change. It just
Okay,
moves.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in plays where they've, it's black for quite a while.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Yeah. It's,
And the other 4 actors actually play multiple roles.
Oh, really?
So you'll see Monet as 3 or 4 different characters.
And
Jean
they're
is
all
3
so
characters.
wonderful.
So they're
And they're
coming in
just
and out,
wonderful in
Yeah.
their different characters.
And do we know they're different?
Oh,
Yes.
you
Oh,
won't.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. In Monet's case, sometimes you won't know it's the same.
It's the same person.
Yeah.
So the makeup is good and the makeup is
No, it's the acting that's good.
Oh, the
There's barely any makeup. It's the acting
Oh,
that's
really?
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
Yeah,
this.
it's really fun.
Yeah, it's great. So when is this going to be, this play?
Opens the 20th of
Yes.
September, and it runs through the 29th.
Good. So they got a chance to see it in the evening, or if they go on a Sunday, it's in the
Matinee.
And matinees
Right.
on Sunday. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it should be really a great play. Are you thinking of getting into any other plays coming up? And were you in the Gilded Age?
No. They were
Nobody-
filming The Gilded Age while we were
While we were, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was in the Gilded Age. I got to do some Mrs. Maisel,
Ah.
yeah, which was super fun.
Oh,
that was,
that must have
I'm
been
in the end
fun,
of
yeah.
the end of that run, but
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were able to get into the Gilded Age.
To
and I
Gilded
just wondered
Age,
if
yeah.
you were able to do that at all,
Yeah.
because that would have been fun to do as well. So we have the play set up, and it's the 20th through the 29th. And what age appropriateness is this for this play? Because I like to encourage young people to go to see plays, but sometimes if it's a play that doesn't work well for them, then it turns them off. So tell me about it.
Oh, I think it'll work for the young people very
Good.
well.
Yeah.
Because it is so engaging,
Right.
and the audience is really engaged at the outset.
yeah, and I think parents know their own kids. I mean, I'm not that a 3-year-old would enjoy it, but when I was
No, no,
11
no.
or 10 or 9, I would have enjoyed this play. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little weird, but
Well, and I do say that so that if people are thinking of coming, and especially, sometimes grandparents like to think about bringing their grandkids to a play.
Yeah.
To expose them to live theater.
yeah,
Say teenagers.
teenagers, 11, 12
Yeah.
up.
12 and up.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that gets them. So I want to tell you that you're going to have a great time on the stage. And the people there, I think civic players, everyone there is just so friendly and so supportive of theater in general. So I know you're going to.
They've been great, and
Yes.
we're having such a good time playing together.
Yes, and thanks to our director.
To Matthew
Morris.
Morose.
who's it?
Matthew Morose.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the director, Matthew.
Yeah, he's been terrific,
He
yeah.
did email me and say he couldn't make it, but it would have been fun to have him here as well. But he's very, very, well-known in the theater circle.
Very.
So, yeah, and the fact that he's directing. He doesn't direct too often, I don't think. No, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it's really
This is a
great to
special-
have
Yeah,
the
that-
opportunity to work with
exactly.
him. Yeah.
I want to thank you both for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us,
Christine and
Ann.
Mary, and have a wonderful time on stage.
Thank you.
And I'll be there. I have my seat usually in the front row, so.
All right.
Great.
Be watching you. Thank you so much for being here. We're looking at Schenectady Civic Players, the 20th through the 29th, and it's called Well. And we'll have to figure that one out when we get there, right?
Right.
Thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate having you come on.
Thank
Good.
you.